This is Christine. I'm one of the adult services librarians here at Batavia Public Library, and I'm here today to talk to you about library resources for tracking your reading, as well as using an online spreadsheet for tracking your reading. So let's get started. So there are a number of ways that you can track your reading using resources through the library's catalog, as well as through Beanstack. So let's go through them. One thing that you can do once you've signed into your account on the Swan app or on the website is to change your checkout history. You can do that from this page on that left-hand panel under your account. If you go to checkout history, there's a box that says start recording my checkouts. Once you click on that, it will keep track of what you've checked out from the library. This is something that's only available to you as a library patron. It's not available to library staff. So it's something that you need to set up. But once you have it set up, then it will keep track of what you have checked out. And so if you think a couple months down the road, oh, I forgot the name of that book, this is a good place where you can go and find that information out. And so here's what it looks like. And as you can see under your checkout history, you can delete what you have saved if you want to, or stop recording what you have checked out if you prefer to do that later on. Another great way to keep track of what you've checked out, as well as other books that you would like to read, is also on that left-hand panel down at the bottom. It's called My Lists. So if you look under that, I've got a few different lists saved there. But I can also click on the button that says create a new list. And it pops up this little menu. So I can give the list a name, give it a description, and then decide whether I want it to be a public list or a private list. And then click create list. That's all there is to it. And then start adding items to it. Another way to keep track of reading that's easy is using the Beanstack app or using Beanstack through the library's website. So to use Beanstack, you can save the app to a phone or tablet and access it through there. And you just set up an account and then you start logging your books. In adult services, we do log books rather than days for reading. And the app will even keep track of the days that you read. This is great if you're doing winter and summer reading, but you can log books anytime. You don't have to be participating in a reading challenge in order to track your reading this way. But there are other ways to keep track of your reading, and I'm going to go through the version that I use online, which is the Book Riot Read Harder Challenge Reading Log. It's normally been available sometime at the end of the previous year or at the beginning of the next year. I haven't seen the one yet for 2022, but hopefully it will be up there soon. This is great if you like to do reading challenges on your own, and it is also a good way to keep track of all kinds of reading stats. So let's go through what some of the advantages are of tracking your reading online in this kind of a log. You can keep your book list orderly. So you can have things listed by alphabetically by title, alphabetically by author. You can save them chronologically. And then you can also keep all kinds of reading statistics, really whatever you like. So if you want to set yourself a goal of reading books from different countries all year, you can keep track of which books in which countries you've read about in your own spreadsheet. You can set it up right here. You can also participate in various reading challenges. This is one of the spreadsheets I found that's really powerful, but it's certainly not the only one. So if you do a search for like a book tracker online, you probably come up with a number of them. One reason I really like it is because you can update it anywhere. So I can update it here at the library, I can update it at home, or even if I'm on the go, if I have access to my tablet. So here are some other reading logs that are available. And like I said, this is just a few of them, but you can see some of the statistics that you can track. You can track when you started and completed a book, how long it took you, what your rating is of the book, what genres you've been reading in, and so forth. And you can also keep track of where did you purchase the book, all kinds of fun stuff. The Book Riot reading log even has a video that shows you how to use it. So that can be helpful if you're just getting started with this kind of a log. So in order to use the Book Riot reading log, there is a link. You're going to make a copy of the spreadsheet that you see. You have to make a copy of it, and then you can save it. So you can save it to a Google Drive folder. If you have Gmail, you have Google Drive, and you can ask at the library. We'd be happy to show you how to use that. Or you can save it right to your hard drive, and then it's ready to go. And then you can do whatever you like to it. You can take out columns, like if you don't keep track of the publisher or the publication date, you can take out those columns. Make this log work for you and for specifically what you would like to track. So here's some ways in which you can make the spreadsheet your own. You can create your own categories, add additional sheets for things like if there's a book bingo challenge, for example, book discussion books that you'd like to read, whatever you'd like. You can also personalize the look of the spreadsheet, make it a different color, turn certain columns different colors. If you really know how to use Microsoft Excel, for example, you can do all kinds of fancy things to it, including adding pivot tables if you choose. And then check back toward the end of the year and see if a new spreadsheet has been posted for the following year. And here are some of the sample online reading challenges, but there are a lot more out there. So if you're looking to increase your reading in particular areas, or just looking for a bunch of interesting books to try, I would definitely recommend trying one of these online reading challenges and see what you can find. Maybe you'll surprise yourself. Next up, Laura is going to talk to us about using Goodreads to track your reading as well.